You guys have heard the saying, a man who loves walking will walk further than the man who loves the destination. Um, I've been thinking about this, and if you're any skill in life, if you're trying to make it in trading, e-com, any, clothing brand, any business idea, you actually, you can't be thinking about the end goal as your main source of motivation, because then that's going to stem into making bad decisions, and you're not in it for the right reason. If you have a pastor, right, who's preaching the word of God, and he's only doing it for the status or um, to be seen, that's not, it's going to show really quickly that people will get the idea that he's not really in it for the right reasons. But a person who loves the actual skill and the process will go further. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever you're doing, whatever it is, you want to be obsessed with this skill, not the money or the publicity or the status you can get out of it. So start applying or doing things that can shift your focus onto the matter, at hand. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you're born on this earth with nothing and you leave with nothing. And you want to be more filled in your soul than rather filled with materialistic things. So just get good at and be obsessed at the skill. So for day trading and traders that I like to post these videos for me too, and for other guys, get good at reading the context, get good at reading price. One of my friends is not trading this week, he's just watching price. And that's really good, because he just wants to get good at the skill. Prove to his psyche that he doesn't need to take a trade, that it sets him up for the future in the long term. So really shift your focus, because you can ask yourself, do I want this, or do I just want the money that comes from this? You got to be in love with the skill. I was one of those kids that played video games when I was younger, and I played Rainbow Six Siege, right? And I was a gamer, I was a nerd. But I was so obsessed, not with reaching a certain destination or a certain point. It was actually just getting better. I wanted to be better than everyone and be better than all my friends. Nowadays, if you ask me, I don't play video games that much anymore, not really. There's bigger things at hand, so. But what I'm trying to say is, your mindset. That dog, man. Your mindset shifts. You see results when you realize you're not really focused on the outputs. You're more focused on the input and getting good at that input, if that makes sense. So that's why the person walking, now I could compare it to day trading, right? So let's say you got two people walking. You have one person walking to get to a destination, and then you got the other person just walking because he loves to walk. But the other person that walks to the destination doesn't really like walking, but he just likes the destination. And now let's say for every minute these guys efficiently walk, I guess I can say, they get paid. Who's going to get paid more? The person who likes walking, because he's going to just fucking walk further. So that's really my thing, is ask yourself, though. This is more of me putting this out there so you can ask yourself, are you, do a heart check on yourself. See where your heart's at, see where your mind's at. Is it really on being great and being good at what you do, or is it you just want the money from it? And that's honestly, if you were to ask me that a month ago, maybe even 2 weeks ago, I would tell you probably I just want to make money. That's why everyone does this. But once everyone gets attracted to that, that's like the hook. the hook of the fucking paragraph or the essay. But now it's like, I gotta get good at this shit. You know what I mean? So, until I got a job recently, I realized, all right, I can support myself. I can do whatever. You know, I have money. I could save up money. I just want to get good at this shit. And I think that's what everyone in the entrepreneurship space should be doing, is being the best. So then, just like being a what's it called? I want to say, is it brand scaling or client or whatever? But they're closing deals, right? They get good at closing deals. They get good at talking to people, social interaction. So then, once they get good at that, then people will trust them with their money, and then that's when the money comes in. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I want the money. Then you go to this person, and then they could tell. They could tell you're unseasoned. You're just not. You're in it for the wrong reasons. So be in it for the right reasons. Be in it for being good. You know, in the back of your mind, it'll come. So spend time on the charts. Be addicted. Be obsessed. Just watch. Don't even have to take any trades. Just watch your idea be right, and take pride in that. Take like full accountability in being wrong too. Full accountability. So that's it. That's what I just wanted to say for a second. Just a thought. I'm gonna try and post more on here every now and then. At the same time, I'm still focused on like my journey. This isn't my priority to like post, but I definitely want to be transparent and post more on here.